probably noticed some different stuff going on there. For one thing, the use of a pinning shoe, oopsie doodle, as a turning tool, and there is a reason behind that, and that is because we get another one of these out just to show you. See if we can see here. The little nubs on these wafers sit too low in this keyway, from this being up and this being down, to get this under there. So they kind of have to all be pushed up at the same time a little bit. Oops, blurry. They all kind of have to be pushed up at the same time a little bit, which is what the key basically does when it slides in there. The top of the key would push all those up a little bit, and then these grooves would grab the little nubs as necessary. Put that away for a second. So I was trying to think of a good way to tension that. Maybe this would have worked or something. But I realized just a few minutes ago, hey, I've got that pinning shoe for Eurolocks, and it seemed like that would do the trick, and it certainly did. So it's very convenient the way it sort of puts its own pressure in the direction I need it to hold those in place, and meanwhile I can focus on mostly just the turning. This is actually guttable. Get a pinning tray out, and this I believe is a wafer lock. So let's see what's inside. These popped up around Amazon as some new kind of lockout tagout logs. Okay, we got the bearings in there and the little actuator. I wonder if I can keep that still or reassemble more easily, because what we're more concerned with is this guy. Okay. All right, that's the little nut where the screw goes into. Whoops! I don't remember when I was going to keep that in place. And, anyway, there's that screw that goes in there. Okay. Okay, I turned it this way. Looks like this only rotates 90 degrees. And let's try to keep the wafers from flying everywhere. I wonder if it'll be easier this way. I need something thinner. There we go. All right, see there's one wafer that sits on this lip and keeps it all together. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Okay, there is the wafer and associated spring that holds it together. And I guess these are held in by the key. You can see these wafers are sort of side by side, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 wafers. Nevertheless, they didn't present that much of a challenge, but you know, in a lockout tagout lock, it's more about having a higher number of differs. You can see that these sort of pop out on both sides when the key isn't in there, or with the incorrect key, and the ends of those will fit into here, preventing everything from rotating. Looks like all the springs are going to be on this side. One, two, 5. This looks like it's going to be a hassle to get back together. Well, hopefully that one landed on top. And it's probably over here. We'll have to find out when I go to reassemble it. Okay, so I'm not going to take all these springs out. You can probably see them just fine. Oops, did I forget this light? Oops. Anyway, you can probably see all these 12 little springs in there. Those are going to just go ahead and live in there. And it appears, yeah, we've got these little guys in there where the bitting is going to depend on, you know, where that little nub is. So this, yeah, this is what sits on the spring, and then the nub is what you have to end up lifting with the key. It travels along there. Oops. Just kidding. It travels along here. And I think the difference is pretty minor. So those look the same. Oh, there's a big difference. You can definitely see that there's a difference in. Oops, let's look a little better. Sorry about that. You can definitely see there's a difference in those positions. I don't know how many differs there are. It's not really an interesting enough lock to put that much work into investigating it. But anyway, it's kind of a newer lockout tagout I've seen popping up around Amazon, and there it is.